Hello. Today we're doing the third activity in the initialization chapter of Learn to Code 2. This activity is about using instances of different types. It's pretty common when you're creating an app to use different types in your app. For example, if you're making a recipe app, you might need a type called recipe, and a recipe would have a title in it, a description, a rating, and a list of ingredients. And in this list of ingredients, you might also need an ingredient type. Each ingredient type would have a name and an amount, a unit of measure like cups or liters or something like that, and maybe some nutritional information. In this app, the recipe app, you'd also maybe want a collection type that would contain your collection of recipes. So it would have, some collection with recipe 1, recipe 2, recipe 3, and so on. And you might also have a property that would be, say, an integer that holds how many recipes are currently in your collection. In the collection type, you would also have behaviors that you could use to add or remove recipes. So the recipe type, the ingredient type, and the recipe collection type are all custom types. They're not included with Swift, so we'll have to create them ourselves when we're making our recipe app. Okay, in this activity, we are given two different types by the authors of this playground. One type is called expert, and one type is called character. And just like in the recipe app where instances of all those types will work together to form functionality of your app, in this particular one we're going to have our expert type, our instances of our expert type and our character type work together to solve this problem. Okay, so looking up at the top here, the goal is to, it looks fairly simple, to collect two gems. There's two gems out there. The first thing the puzzle says to do is let's create instances, one instance each of type expert and an instance of type character. So let's do that first. Let's make an instance of type expert. So remember to do that, you type in expert, the type name, and then you put open close parentheses around it. That creates an instance of expert. We're going to also add an instance of type character. Okay, and now that we have these two instances created, let's go ahead and run our code just to see what these characters look like. Okay, there we go. We run the code. We have an instance of expert up here. This is our instance of expert. He's this little red guy with the backpack on. He's red. He's a little quicker moving than the other character, and he kind of likes to dance around a lot. But he also has this special functionality, some special behaviors that he can pick locks. Okay, and then there is this character here, which looks like the one we've been working with so far through most of these activities. He's a little slower moving. He gets excited when he solves puzzles. He has a white backpack and he's green colored. Okay, so they have different properties and different behaviors. This character, the green character in front, cannot pick locks, for example. So he'll have to rely on his friend, the instance of expert here, to pick any locks or do any lock picking that he needs to have done. Okay, now looking at the puzzle here, there's one gem right in front of us, and the other gem is on this island over here. Luckily, there's a blue portal we can take to get over to that island. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's have our character here move forward, collect the gem, and then head over to the island through the blue portal. Okay, so I'll add a comment in here that to tell what we're doing here. Have character collect first gem and transport to island. Okay, so he's going to do a move forward, and remember we have to reference the character and tell the character to move forward, because we don't want the expert to move forward. We just want the character to move forward. Okay, character move forward. Character dot collect gem. Okay, and then character dot move forward again. And then we're going to turn to the right and head toward the blue portal. So character dot turn right and character dot move forward, and one more of those. Character dot move forward should put him on the blue gem. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. Okay, the first move forward, creating the instances. First move forward, the collect gem, and the turn right, move forward, and whoa, okay. Yeah, okay, so those two move forwards won't happen because there is a river with a little cliff in front of us that he cannot cross. Okay. Luckily, it looks like there's a submerged platform here in the river. So if we could get that platform to move up at the same level that our character is on, he could step across using the platform to the blue portal. Okay. So we need to do that before our character tries to step across. So right in here, we need to say move platform up so character can cross. Now, this is where we need the help of our expert. Okay, we can't do that. Only an expert can pick locks. Okay, so let's get our expert involved here. To go pick the lock here, the expert's going to have to move forward. Expert dot. Oh, okay, so if you say expert dot, you'll see a list of all of its properties, like is blocked left, is blocked right, is on a switch, is on a gem, and so on, and all of its behaviors. It can move forward, it can toggle a switch, it can turn left and turn right, but it can also turn a lock down and turn a lock up. Okay, so let's start by having the expert move forward, and then I think we probably want to have him turn the lock up. Turn lock up. Get the platform to move up. Okay, so once the lock is turned up, then our character can move across onto the blue portal. So let's try that. Let's run it again. I'm going to spin it over here so we can watch the expert do his work. Turn right. Now the expert moves forward. He gets his tools out of his backpack. He picks the lock, and the platform is indeed moving up. So now our character can step across and transport over. All right. We're in good shape now. Now, how can we get this platform to move down here? Well, let's try asking our expert if the expert can turn the lock down and see if that will help. Okay, I'm going to put a little comment in the code again. Move platform down so character can collect gem. Okay, so let's use the expert's knowledge and skills. Expert dot turn lock down to do that, and then we'll get the character dot move forward and character dot collect gem. Should solve the puzzle. Okay, all right, let's try running this. Collect gem. The expert walks over, turns the lock up. That brings the platform up. Now character can step across, move forward twice, over to the portal, and now the expert is going to turn the lock down, and character bumps right into that platform. Apparently it's not down quite enough yet, so let's get our our expert to turn the lock down twice. Expert.turn lock down twice, and then we'll finish it up. That should do it. Okay, collect gem, move forward. Expert does his job, picks the lock, turns the platform up to move forwards, transport over to the island. Now Expert's going to turn the lock down twice. One more time. And now the platform's at the level where the character needs to collect the gem. Okay. And both the expert and the character celebrate the success of working together and getting this puzzle finished. All right. So good job. One more thing you might want to try here just for fun. Notice that we can turn lock down twice here. We could also presumably turn the lock up. What I would like to see you do is to see if you can take this green character on quite an adventure. And that adventure would be maybe a trip to Mars. Okay, so let's launch the character by using this platform. In fact, let's launch the character and the gem. Okay, so instead of collecting the gem here, instead of collecting the gem at the end, you are going to have the expert turn lock up, say, 40 times. Okay, so maybe you're going to want to use a for loop. Anyway, pause the video and go ahead and do that. You're going to probably want to run that in faster or fastest mode once you have it going, because it's going to take quite a while to get our character to launch into space using the platform that he's currently standing on. Okay, so pause the video and come back in a second and I'll show you my solution for doing that. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you got to make character move up into space. So what we said is, instead of character collecting gem here, let's go ahead and get rid of that. So when he moves forward, he'll be on the platform. And let's say launch character on trip to Mars. Okay, so the way we could do this is, once he's on that platform under the gem, we will have a for loop in here for I in 1 to, say, 40. Let's have our expert turn the lock up. Okay, turn the lock up. And okay, remember, we should run this faster or fastest to watch what happens here. So here we go, running faster. And there our character is moving, raising the platform to get across, takes the portal over. Now the expert brings it down, and now the expert goes to work launching the character higher and higher. Okay, you get the idea. So just to review for today, we worked with two different instances from two different types. We had a type expert, which does pretty much the same thing that our character can do: move forward, collect gem, turn right, and so on, but has special skills: turn lock up and turn lock down. And then we used expert's skills to help Byte solve, or help the character solve the problem. Okay? All right, good work. We'll see you next time.